Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. It's Ryan with DP Marketing.Services and author of the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors. Hope you're doing fine. If you're an HVAC or contractor right now, or plumbing contractor, go ahead and do me a favor. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube. We try to keep videos like this coming to you all the time of ways you can help grow your business, get more leads, make more money, just be more profitable, and help take your business to the next level. So we know a lot of guys are watching this channel and they're looking for ways to how to grow their plumbing company or how to grow their HVAC company. So what we want to do is we want to talk about a couple things that you can start doing to put into place to actually start seeing those results. But first, we need to make sure we're thinking about your company perhaps differently than you are right now. So let me tell you a story. So let's pretend you make the best cakes. You make great cakes, and all your neighbors come over for cakes, and all your family for birthdays, they want you to make cakes for them. So that's what you do. You make cakes. So imagine everyone around you going, these are so great cakes. You know what? You should open a bakery. And you're like, you know what? That'd be amazing. I can make cakes all day long and have a bakery. The problem, though, is pretty quickly after opening said bakery, you realize that baking a cake and running a bakery are not the same thing. Because for you want to be in the kitchen, you want to be making like your red velvet cake for your grandma. And so you're doing all this, but when you open the bakery, you realize that no, now you have to control inventory, you have to control labor costs, you have to do scheduling, you have to do customer service, you have to do all these other things, to the point you might not ever be baking a cake anymore. You might be entirely working in a back office or at the front counter, and you might have to hire somebody to actually make the cakes. So part of the transition that we find a lot of contractors struggling with is they either start off working for someone else or someone in their family passed them their business, and they've learned how to make a really good cake. They've learned how to be a great plumber. They've learned how to be a great HVAC tech. But those skills, while they're important, are not the same skills you need to build a thriving business. They're important, but it's not all you need. So there's a couple things that we need to make sure that we always keep in mind. First is understanding financials. So this is a big one. A lot of contractors get tripped up, especially because your job is so seasonal. So you have busy season, maybe it's summer or winter or whatever, you know the seasonality of your business. And what happens a lot is you guys see the money coming in and you go, crap, this is awesome. I'm making great margins. And you start taking money off the top and not really thinking about what that money is for. And then when the slow season shows up, then all of a sudden you feel like you don't have any cash on hand. Maybe you're having to send guys home or you're having to shut down some services you normally do. You find yourself always in this feast or famine mode. Or maybe you're starting off and you do time and materials. So you think, hey, my previous boss charged this and I think he's too greedy, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to charge this and be less than him and try to get that work. The problem is on both of those realities, you're not understanding the benefit of the financials that help take your business to the next level. Part of it, think of it like going to a doctor's office. When you go in for a checkup, they're going to do a couple things every time. They're going to check how much you weigh, your heart rate, your blood pressure. They're doing that so they have these kind of like snapshots in time of your current health. And then they can also stack those over time to figure out, are you improving or not? So are you getting less fat or are you staying about the same? And it helps determine what are they doing that's working and what are they doing that's not working. And your financials in a lot of ways don't do the same thing. They help give you these kind of snapshot in time views of, hey, we're going back on too many callbacks. We need to start tightening that up. Or we're losing way too many parts just from loss or theft. We need to tighten that up. The financial overview really goes a long way to help make sure your business is functioning like a business and not just riding high when times are good and then really struggling when times are bad. So the more you understand your financials, this means asset test, this means profitability, this means callback ratios. The more you understand that, the more empowered you are to actually take your business from a struggling shop or a startup shop to a shop that's really thriving as a business. One of the other things that we see a lot of companies struggle with is marketing. This is kind of what we do. Your world as a plumbing or HVAC contractor is very competitive. In some markets, it's crazy competitive. You cannot be conservative with marketing. Now, I say at the go, you don't need to be reckless with marketing, but you can't be frugal and you can't be conservative. So what we found is that contractors who are very smart about how they allocate their revenue for marketing resources, of the channels they choose to use, do they go with phone book or do they go with a website? Do they use SEO or do they do referral marketing? The companies that are very smart, very calculated, and ruthless about holding their dollars accountable, they're going to do better than the companies who are just shooting from the hip trying to figure it out. Maybe they find every billboard they can. It's going to always struggle. So financials is a huge deal. Marketing is a huge deal. This is another one that struggles, is hiring. A lot of guys struggle with hiring. And it seems like it goes in two things. It's either you hire whoever you can get because you just need a warm body to do a call, or you're struggling to find the right people because it's becoming harder and harder and harder to find good quality people to work in your business. So not to be the rain cloud, that is a common problem a lot of shops have. So it's not just you. Hiring great quality people is becoming harder and harder for the trades. And that's true across the United States. So if that's you, I would highly recommend finding a way to figure out how do you grow your own talent versus hire your own talent. What we found is that companies who can grow their own talent, so maybe they hire someone with no experience or very little experience, and they invest training and resources and time into those people, they can turn them into really highly productive and highly profitable technicians in the field. Versus going to another company who's done that work, and then you've got to untrain all the bad habits that they brought with them. The more you can actually focus and refine your hiring process to develop a workforce from the ground up, the more powerful your company's profitability margins will be. And probably the last thing, so if we did financials, if we did marketing, if we did hiring, reviews, you have to do reviews. I am always shocked when I see companies who have never claimed their Google My Business page, or they have two one-star reviews from 3 months ago and nothing since. Guys, reviews make the world go round on the internet. So it helps your SEO ratings, it helps your referral program, it helps everything about you to be better and more effective if you have a steady stream of great reviews from happy customers. Do it. It's not an option. You have to do it, especially in this day and age. You have to find a way to leverage your online reputation more, not less. So those are kind of 4 things that we see. The companies who are growing and having great shops built, they're doing each of those 4 things well. They're helping grow their own talent. They're having great reviews coming in. They've got a good grasp on their financials. They're not being conservative with marketing. The companies who struggle, chances are it's one of those big 4 things that they're struggling with. But I'd love to know what you have to think. What are your thoughts? Is this something you struggle with? Maybe past experience or something you've seen? Leave us a note. I'd like to hear from you. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and I will see you next time.